Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yara and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we are back again with another weekly reading. And so this is covering the dates of November 11th to the 17th. And so one of the major things that we have going on, well, actually there's two major things that are going on right now. Of course, we are in Mercury retrograde. We have been for the last week or so, 2 weeks or so. And so I'm sure everybody has been feeling the effects of that, whether it's, within electronics, a lot of detoxifying, transformations, entering in new phases in life definitely is coming about with this Mercury retrograde. But we also have a full moon happening here on the 12th. And please do double check that for your specific time zone. And it will be in the sign of Taurus. This is the morning moon, or the beaver moon as it is known. And of course, lately I've been noticing a lot of earth energy coming up in a lot of different readings that I've done, my Pisces-Twin has done. So this is definitely, I think, a really important full moon to be working with. Oh, there goes my light. As I was saying, definitely an important full moon, I think, to work with for spell work, for, releasing and really working also in tandem with this Mercury retrograde. But with that said, let's go ahead and look, as I always do with these videos, at the collective energy that we could all be feeling within this specific week from the 11th to the 17th. And so the cards that I have pulled, we have successive cards here with 4 harmony and 3 partnership. And so this is essentially the 3 of Wands as well as the 4 of Wands. So definitely a lot of possibility here. I'm going to go ahead and also read from the specific booklet that goes with these particular cards. This is actually my OG deck, the first tarot deck that I ever used. And so, of course, with the partnership, we're talking about association, cooperation, connection, and unity here. And this is really talking about find the virtue and integrity in your associations with yourself and others in ordinary physical reality and in other dimensions. This is a time to build sturdy foundations for the future, just as the spring is a time for planting viable seeds. A card of trade, commerce, and cooperation in business. Partnership encourages you to accept help that is offered. Learn to unite your body, mind, and spirit so that they work in concert with each other. By aligning your heart, mind, and loins, it becomes possible to enter a new threshold in personal partnerships. Doing all of this from a place of unity, consistency, and congruency, your patterns begin to unfold in a positive way. The partnership card may point to strengthening established partnerships by sharing common interests. And then, of course, with something like harmony supporting this, I definitely feel that this is going to be a very strong and important week for a lot of us when it comes to partnerships, whether that's romantically speaking or otherwise. But with this harmony, it's talking about prosperity, harmony, and romance. So it's talking about chaotic and restless energy and events are now calmed. A time of balance and harmony is at hand. Take this opportunity to redirect your life. Guidance may come in dreams and hunches, so pay close attention. Prosperity and happiness replace old patterns of melancholy and lack. Strive to create balance in your actions so you can ride this tide of good luck. A romance is near. So very good sign. Again, a lot of messages about partnership and possible new romance. Also the message of, making sure you're balancing out yourself in this week for all of us here, making sure that you're paying a lot of time to the signs, to the synchronicities that are coming through, because they are coming through in droves lately. And so, again, keep your eyes out. If you guys are looking to manifest a relationship, maybe even strengthening, doing some spell work with this full moon in regards to that, this is definitely the week to do it, I feel like, with this overall energy. But, of course, we're going to get more specific into that with the individual piles we have here. So let's go ahead and introduce these piles. So for pile 1, we have this particular image. These are little ATCs that I created. And so pile 2, we have this one. And for pile 3, we have this one. I'm also going to go ahead and kind of interpret I feel like the messages from these particular images for each pile as well. And so with that said, please do take as much time as you need to meditate on the cards, to choose whichever one is really resonating for you, to give you, again, still a general, these are general readings. So not every message may resonate, but we'll get at least a better, more specific idea of how your personal week will be going for the dates of November 11th to the 17th. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1, I'm going to go ahead and actually start by kind of interpreting this image to what I feel the message is for you guys in particular. And so, I don't know, I'm getting a sense of kind of good luck, of kind of joy and adventure, enjoying the little things in life for this week. I feel like you're still riding the high of maybe what you experienced during October, during Halloween. I definitely feel like this Mercury retrograde is one that is not treating you bad at all. I feel like it's been very beneficial for you in more ways than you realize. Again, I feel like sweet treats are kind of blooming for you, even if you don't really realize it yet. So let's go ahead and also pull the 3 overall tarot cards for you guys before we jump into the charms to see more specifically for my group 1s what is happening for your week. Oof. What is happening for your week of November 11th to the 17th? And there we go. We got our messages real quick there. So we'll go ahead and set those up here. And now let's go ahead and also pull your charms for pile 1. What is going on for your week of November 11th to the 17th? Alrighty, so of course we have some additional messages here. So, your potential self is infinite. In the beginning is you, in the middle is you, and in the end is you. Walk beautifully, talk beautifully, live beautifully. We're having like same messages coming out kind of like in 3s. I'm feeling like that beat. So maybe that's significant for some of you. Live righteously and love everyone. So let's see what else. I also feel like a lot of these charms came up for last week as well. We have another message here. Innocence in time, once lost, can never be regained. Lucky numbers are 7, 18, 27, 31, 38, and 41. So again, whenever this message comes up, I feel like this is always telling you not to worry about mistakes or how things happened in the past. Don't dwell on the past because, again, that's not something you can change. It's already occurred. And so it's kind of a waste of your energy to focus so much on it. We have this blue bottle, which, again, I take this as... I don't know, I'm getting a lot of healing off this one in particular, especially healing in the form of growth, kind of in it happening fast. We also have this particular bottle cap, which I always take in one of 2 ways. Either there's some sort of message or some event that has to do with something foreign to you, or foreign travel, foreign communication. I also take this as music as well. Maybe something is significant with music. We also have I'm a Dean girl, but I'm Sam curious. So again, I take that one always as being, you may have chosen a certain path, you're focused in a certain direction, but your attention is being drawn to something else, something completely different. And you might be fighting against that feeling, but this is a message to just be curious about it. Just allow yourself to be attracted to it. There's nothing wrong with that. With this particular shell here, again, I always take this as my shadow work shell. So for some of you, it might resonate in this week to keep working on, again, healing, working on your shadow self. I did a video just recently about the shadow self. If you guys are interested in looking at that, I'll have it linked. And definitely transformation, kind of like the Cinderella story, dressing yourself up and just for, the message of for a day, be who you've always wanted to be. And then don't let it just be a day. Keep extending that out. I definitely feel like, some sort of revelation is going to happen. Illusions are going to be revealed to you, coming into your full power, embracing your shadow self. A lot of hidden knowledge is coming to light. Be creative. Allow your creativity to flow and allow yourself to, accept the intuitive messages you receive. Don't be afraid of them. some sort of, again, like something long lost. Maybe it's a family heirloom. Maybe it's some sort of family information that's coming to light that you didn't think was ever going to come back up again, but now it has. And it's going to allow you to make a decision to transform and move forward in a different way. But let's go ahead now and also look at your tarot cards for the week. And what do we have? We have the Five of Cups. Oh my God, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Six of Pentacles. So definitely for you guys, yeah, this is a week for you guys of healing, to see that there's still opportunities and things waiting for you. The Wheel of Fortune here is turning to change your luck. There's abundance coming for you. Again, new growth. I was getting that message as well. Everything comes back around. No matter what kind of karma that has been incurred, whatever somebody's done to you. Again, the crescent moon is going to be important. This moon cycle is important for you guys. Don't wallow on things from the past. Look towards the future. Definitely be paying attention to signs and synchronicities, and especially the particular cards that I pulled for this video are all kind of Fae related. I felt like that was a big energy in this week, and again, I'm seeing that here for you guys as well. Let's also go ahead and also pull the 7 additional cards here to get more clarity on your week. What else does my group ones need to know for November 11th to the 17th? What do they need to know? Oof. What else do you guys need to know? Oh, there we go. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see what all of these messages are. What other information do you guys need to know for this particular week? So we have the 9 of Pentacles, some more earth energy coming out. Again, I feel like you're going to get to a point where you can just kind of take a moment to sit back and breathe. Realizing how far you come, no matter what kind of hardship or sadness you have experienced. Again, with that 5 of Cups, it's like, again, your fate is changing with it. You don't need to know, you no longer need to focus on it. We also have the Elemental of Chalices. So this is like the Page of Cups. So again, new romance possible, new emotions coming through. And it's crazy because we have the Tower next. So again, moving away from something that is no longer serving you. Changing your mind about something, new perspective that's going to lead you to feeling more fulfilled. And look at this, we have the 2 of Chalices, and that was an overall theme for the collective energy of this week was partnerships, and that's what the 2 of Chalices has to do about. A new partnership, love at first sight, somebody who you really connect with in that way. We also have the 4 of Swords, pay attention to your dreams, to your sleep, get enough rest. Don't overwork yourself. We also have, look at this, we have 4 of Chalices. Yeah, you are realizing in this week that there's so many more opportunities before you. You don't need to feel dissatisfied with what you have because there's more coming. Especially with the World here, completion, the ending of a certain cycle, having all the necessary elements together to achieve what you want. We also have the Emperor. So yes, be focused on your goals, on what it is you want to achieve. Maybe even look for higher guidance by somebody. We have the Novice of Wands. So yes, the Knight of Wands. Somebody from far away. Look at that. We had this foreign card. So yeah, this could be somebody who is foreign from you. Somebody who's completely different from you. Who's coming in fast. Who's going to be very passionate, very focused, and is going to light your fire, I feel like. And the last one we have, oh, look at that. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys have gone through a little bit of a hard time maybe recently. Again, maybe feeling, I feel like perceiving something as worse than it really is. But as long as you stay focused and you keep your eyes on what it is you're going after, your goals, and you make the appropriate plans and you ask for the appropriate amount of help, it's all a matter of shifting your perception here. Because again, I feel like the rest of your cards are really pointing to something good coming in, but you have to be able to, see things for what they really are in your current situation. So Let's also go ahead and start looking at your particular oracle cards that I pulled. So the first one we have here is from the Fairy Oracle, and it is card 43. So let's go ahead and see what this particular card is about. So what this is talking about is, again, cycles of time, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, this is all part of your cycle. Slowness, waiting patiently. So this is a message of slow down, sit back in your chair, and think a little. Look at this. That's exactly what she's doing right here in this image. And that was the first card to pop up upright or like flipped over. So yeah, this is what you guys need to do in this week. Kind of sit back and really view everything from a higher perspective, I feel like. Why are you going so fast? What do you hope to gain from it? Are you metaphorically trying to push the river? What kind of stress is being created in your life by hurrying? The presence of Gyu in a reading indicates that the situation or issue is part of a long process that cannot well be hurried. It is important to settle in for a long haul and to set a pace that you can maintain for as long as needed, while remaining relaxed and patient. If you are short on patience, try cultivating your acquaintances with the singer of the chalice. You will find life much more delightful if you do. Gyo himself clearly does, to judge from his face. That's so funny. It's referring to a different card within this deck, but the card is called the Singer of the Chalice. And look at this. We have the Elemental of Chalice. You need to, I feel like, embrace more freedom. Relax a little bit more. You don't need to worry about so much about your finances or, things that happen emotionally in the past. You don't need to dwell on those things. You need to change your perspective and maybe get together with somebody who you really relate to, even if they're at a distance, because that's what I'm seeing here as well. And with that Knight of Wands, this person's at a distance, but they can really help you, inspire you, and just get you to chill out a little bit more, I feel like. And so for the next cards, these are ones that I pulled in regards to this particular full moon, what it is you should be working on in this full moon. And so we have two cards here. We have the Egg Moon with Trust, and we have the Wolf Moon with Hunger. This is really interesting because I believe the Wolf Moon is actually occurring the Wolf Moon happens in January, so that is very soon. That's going to be coming up in just another short month. And the Egg Moon happens in April. So I feel like intentions that you set with this particular full moon could come up again here during these full moons. So let's go ahead and get more specific with these. So starting off with, of course, that Wolf Moon. It is talking about hunger. Feed the good and hope within you. There will always be a lean part of the cycle. Prosperity will come. Do not let your hunger blindly dictate your actions entirely. Again, that's what I feel like with that, the Wheel of Fortune being here, that Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. It's like, don't give into a lack mindset or negative mindset, because it's only going to perpetuate that cycle more. You need to realize that it doesn't last forever and keep thinking hopefully for the future. And so the companion stone for this particular card is Amazonite. And then with the Egg Moon, it says, trust yourself, develop self-trust, and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities. Begin to plan carefully for the future. And we had the Emperor here. Exactly. You guys need to be focused again on what your goals are, even if you're in a time of rest right at the moment, which you should be. And so the companion metal here is iron. So next up, we also have the card of There Is No Death with the goddess Isis. So let's see what this card particularly has to tell you. I feel like, again, this goes back to rebirth, healing energy, magic. Nothing really dies. It just changes its form. Knowledge. This is all about understanding that whatever cycle you're in, it's only temporary. And it's not, even if it's an ending, if you feel like something did end, it's not really the end. Okay. The cycle just keeps continuing. That is your message here. No matter what is happening for you guys, the cycle just keeps going. And so the next cards we have here are Perfect Setting. We also have Empowerment, and we have Be Spontaneous. So let's go ahead and see what these cards are talking about. So with the perfect setting, this is, if you have a goal or vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and success. All of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax, and allow the nature to take its course. The Wheel of Fortune. That is, I just keep going back to the Wheel of Fortune. And even like the Six of Pentacles is talking about cycles. You have to give in order to receive. You have to put in the work if you want to reap the rewards. So it's also talking about, trusting the process that you're going through. Maybe, taking the necessary steps to attain your perfect environment. So maybe you need to declutter your space. You need to clear out some of the old. You need to, fill your space with things that bring you joy and empowerment. Again, we have that message coming through as well. So let's see what it has to say as well. So with this card, it's taking the moment for respect for life and all living things. Attuning to nature, to the creature of the earth is at hand. Tune into the deep well of compassion that spills over readily to anyone who needs your help. You are being directed to take action to remove difficulties and resolve problems. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come. Don't be surprised to receive support from unusual avenues. Be alert to seemingly random input, which will give you clues and ideas that had not occurred to you earlier. Once you have picked up these signs, pursue them diligently and with determination. The potential for them to pay off is immense. As soon as you know what action to take it. Again, some unexpected surprises may be coming up in this week for you. Unusual help. And a part of that is by being spontaneous, I feel like. Taking kind of like a leap of faith, I feel like, with this card. So when you're busy, rushing, stressed, worried, or overwhelmed, it's easy to lose track of the simple things in your world that bring you joy. This is a huge nudge to remember to create some fun. Rediscover enthusiasm and fascination through adventure and spontaneous happenings. Engage with your life again and take in your surroundings. Observe the importance of living life to its fullest. Decide to do something for the pleasure of it and see where life takes you. Yeah, again, I feel like you guys need to just kind of like chill out and take a break on something for a little while because it's going to help to clear out your energy. And so finally, the last two oracle cards we have here is the Little Owlin with wisdom as light as a feather and a twist in the tail. The unexpected, a change you did not see coming. Yeah, that's the Tower moment. There's going to be a little bit of a Tower moment for you in this week, but it's going to be beneficial. So let's see more specifically what these cards have to say. So with the twist in the tail, this is talking about changes in your age or in your family, a breakup, a surgery, or an accident all change your appearance. It's interesting that let's bring that up because we have the Five of Pentacles here, which can also refer to, maybe being sick, having something weird with your health. That's something for some of you to pay attention to in this week. A person you are related to but have never met, the double life of a friend, the true story of your birth. Whatever the source of the unexpected for you at this time, these sweet beings, the elf and her twin, the ferret, will help you through this twist in the tale of your life. They are ready to assist you with coming to terms with your soul's journey. No matter what this surprise may be, you'll be guided through it and will be a great blessing. See, no matter what happens, you need to see it as a blessing, because that's going to completely change your perspective on it. How it affects you moving forward. How you handle whatever this is going to shape your future, I feel like. So with the Little Owlin, it's talking about a piece of a priceless wisdom will be learned in a very simple, very easy way. There is enough potent wisdom available for everyone. You simply need a small portion of this wisdom for it to have an immense influence in all matters. You may receive signs that the wisdom of the owl is with you, the unblinking eye, the truth teller, the one who is the friend of the goddess from Athena to I'm not sure how you pronounce this one, but it is likely that people may underestimate you or feel that because you have a light touch, you are not to be taken seriously. Nothing could be further from the truth. In matters of justice, you will now be triumphant, even in the slightest of touches. You are being blessed and accepted as one of the wise ones. But keep this treasure of wisdom gently. Use it wisely and know that the Owlin has given you a gift of justice, wisdom, transformation, and the pure power of directed intention. You are most blessed. And that is so crazy because look at what one of your charms was. The owl. This is definitely your animal for this week. So be on the lookout for owls, for the sound of hooting, anything like that. So that is everything that is coming through from your cards. If this reading resonated with you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below what you thought about it, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, for all of you who chose group 2, I'm actually going to start off by kind of interpreting this image for you guys and what I feel the energy is that's coming through for it. I'm getting a sense of nostalgia from this particular image and kind of like high priestess energy. So like hidden knowledge, the unseen, kind of like this fog over your eyes where it's like you're seeing through a mirror to the other side of something. Very otherworldly kind of energy. Be aware of psychic vampires. I feel like for some of you is important. Don't be roped into old patterns that you know aren't good for you, especially in relationships. Really cultivate the power of this full moon to detoxify. Connect with your third eye and your crown chakra in this week. Keep your ears open. Be listening, but don't engage with certain gossip you hear, I feel like. Be a silent observer in this week. That's what I'm kind of getting off that. But let's go ahead and pull your 3 overall tarot cards for the week, and then we will, of course, pull your charms. So let's see, for group 2, what do they need to know for this week of November 11th to the 17th. What is their messages? What do they need to know? What does group 2 need to know for this particular week? What do they need to know? Oh, and there we go. So, all right, so let's go ahead now and pull your charms for the week. Let's see, for group 2, what do you need to know for November? Let's see. All right. Okay, let's see. What are these extra messages we got here? See, we have trust is the union of intelligence and integrity. We have cooking is easy, doing dishes is the hard part. We also have the message of life is a flow of love. Your participation is requested. Happiness is actually an art of living, which is in us. We then have innocence and time once lost can never be regained. 7, 18, 27, 31, 38, and 41. So interesting because the last group also received the same message. Oops. So I definitely feel like that's something a lot of people are dealing with in this week. And it has to do with, again, not focusing so much on the past and things that you can't change from the past. Okay, there's no going back. So it's more of a message of just accepting what was so that you can move on in the future. So we also have the message of this is my Halloween costume. So, you know, being authentically yourself. Also, the number 4 might be very significant for some of you. I'm seeing a lot of, again, getting over what you've experienced in the past. You know, this is the shadow work message right here. So some of you might need to do that. I'm seeing a lot of, you know, needing to plan, make sure you have everything in order. Communication from your ancestors might be important. You know, being stable and grounded in this week. Unexpected trinkets from the past may be coming up, but be playful. A lot of very similar messages are coming up here. You know, the wheel is turning. Fate is changing. Things are transforming. We have also this fairy on the moon. So again, be very mindful of your dreams. There might be a lot of communication from your guides coming through. Yeah, transformation. Cinderella story. Being loyal, being strong, being steadfast. Just keep moving through the transformations. We also have the sign of Aquarius. So some of you might be Aquarius, or, you might have Aquarius in your natal chart. You might be dealing with Aquarius. Or this is a message of being very friendly. Be open to receiving things in this week. So let's also go ahead and look at your cards. So, look at this. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. And we have the Page of Wands. So I feel like for you guys, this is a message of you need to be balanced. You might need to take more time to go inward, do that introspection, especially with the Hermit being here. Do that inner work, find your inner light, and go on that journey. Whether it's a physical journey you take by yourself, or this is just a spiritual one. You need to learn how to balance your different polarities and get centered again, get grounded. And so with the Page of Wands, I feel like this is all about reconnecting with your passion, finding what you're passionate about again. Again, that inner light message. This could also be a message of, if you want to manifest new love into your life, then you need to first start inward. Self-love. So let's also go ahead and pull some additional cards here to get more clarity on your week. Let's see what is going on. Let's see. For you guys, for group 2, what do you need to know for this week? Oh my God. That is absolutely wild. What do you guys need to know? What else do they need to know for this particular week? All right. There's our messages. So I cannot believe what one of the cards is here that flew out first. We have the Two of Pentacles coming up twice. This is so important, guys. You need to balance. If you're trying to make a decision between two things, again, follow your heart. Whatever resonates most for you. Don't focus. You need to focus on your bigger goals here, your more important goals. Narrow it down to the most important, the most essential. Don't worry so much about all the little things. You can allow other people to take the responsibility for those things. We have the Ten of Wands. Again, what was I? Oh, that's so crazy. What was I just saying? You need to let other people take some of the responsibility. That's what the Ten of Wands is. This is the ending of a certain cycle. You don't need to shoulder all the responsibility by yourself. You can let other people do that too, because you need to work on you. We have the Initiate of Wands. That's the Queen of Wands. Again, really, upgrading your energy here. You're passionate. You have this charisma. People are attracted to you. You need to be self-confident. Embrace your confidence. Wow, we have the Two of Chalices coming up again. Again, partnership is so important in this week. That was the overall energy, the collective energy. Yeah, reach out to somebody you really trust. Maybe this is even a message of meeting somebody new who is you're going to just jive with completely. Or again, even just balancing your two polarities. We also have the Four of Chalices. Again, there's messages coming through from your guides. You need to get quiet and be receptive to receiving them. We have the Three of Swords. Don't wallow on past heartbreaks. You need to see that you still have opportunities before you. What happened in the past is the past, and there's no changing it, but you can still change your present and your future by your mindset. We have the Strength card. So yeah, self-confidence. Be gentle with yourself. Being vulnerable is not weakness. Being vulnerable is strength. We have the Eight of Chalices as well. Move away from things that are no longer serving. You need to go on your hermit's journey. If it doesn't make sense to other people, it doesn't need to make sense to them. It's your life and what you feel your soul's calling you to do. Take that trip. And then, of course, we have the Queen of Swords here as well. So you have two queens, a lot of powerful feminine energy. And she knows not to wallow on the past, because she's experienced all kinds of harsh heartbreaks, but she doesn't let it tear her down. She uses it to strengthen herself like steel, and she speaks her truth completely. This is something you guys definitely need to work on in this week. So with that said, let's also go ahead and look at your oracle cards for the week. And so first off, we have card 37 here. So let's go ahead and see what this particular card is talking about for you guys. What is its message? And so this is all about emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. And so water is mutable, changeable fluid, and hopefully I could say this right, Tobiria speaks to us of a particular kind of change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us, toward the calm, flowing purity of the fairy waters, or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. Tobiria reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. Things we need in life remain constant no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures in our life may be. We need nurturing and love, and it's ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to. So again, I felt like there was a lot of healing here for you guys. And so next up, we have the particular card I pulled in regards to what you should be working on or keeping in mind for this full moon. And we have the blue moon with the unexpected. So again, maybe communication from a person from your past. This blue moon usually occurs at least once a year or twice a year. So definitely keep in mind when the next blue moon is happening for you. But let's see what this specific message is. And so no matter how well you plan, there's always room for the unexpected to occur. Build your resilience, as rare occurrences can happen. A visitor you have not seen in a long time may re-enter your life. And so this is something you guys need to keep in mind, especially when you're working on your hermit's journey here. This could be somebody who is going to help you, who's going to take some of the responsibility for you. And so the next card we have here is you hold in your heart a space to be filled. And so this is talking about there's no empty space in the universe. Try thinking in this way and see what manifests in your life. Sadness and loss are temporary conditions. Again, realize that whatever maybe it occurred in the past, that was just a temporary state. Things are always in flux and change. Certain cycles are ending for you, and so you need to get grounded again. Oh, and speaking about that, look at that. The next card we have here is clear out the old. This is a message. This is a big week, again, that goes hand in hand with the Mercury retrograde, of really clearing out space, getting refreshed. Whatever you're experiencing now is a creation that you've brought into existence from past thoughts and feelings. While in this moment it may have you caught up, you can let go and begin to dream of a new reality. Let go of the aspects of this creation that no longer serve you or have a purpose. Release what has gone wrong in the past. Release also any material possessions that do not serve the new dream you now want to create. Know that where you are now, you can create anew and begin again. And so lastly, the final cards we have here are the Snake Princess with the Serpentine Path to Power and the Golden Phoenix. Something you thought finished bursts back to life. Wow. So let's see what the specific messages are here. So with this Golden Phoenix, it's talking about passion and desire, will and force, and new intelligent directions are all on your agenda. Health and fitness are also a part of your new theme. Firing up your metabolism is a very strong desire and a sacred duty. You can become strong, fitter, leaner, and healthier. The Golden Phoenix does not speak of having a certain type of body, but he will show you how to recreate that which you have been gifted with. Health can be reinvigorated here. So you may learn to run faster, play a sport, or take up yoga. Your physicality can be reshaped. With the Golden Phoenix, you reach new levels of athleticism. If you follow the Golden One's advice, your own body will be at its most harmonious and comfortable and will be working well and supporting you. Candles, lighting fires, and meditating on purifying your diet and following through on the Golden Phoenix messages will help you recreate yourself. So again, that message is kind of coming up again. I feel like it's come up more than once. You guys definitely, for some of you, really need to work on balancing your physical health. And again, that's not talking about like going out and becoming some crazy bodybuilder or anything. It's just being at your healthiest, most uplifted state of being, no matter what your body shape is. This is about just your physical health. It's not about trying to achieve some crazy beauty standard, because that's not what it's about. And so with the Snake Princess here, it is talking about you are being healed and given guidance from the serpent goddess, who is the originator of all life. You are a keeper of the old ways. You are one who cannot flee these changes, and so you must use your power with great discernment and precision. You have great powers of divination and may have associations with the ancient Prithia or the Oracle of Delphi. Initially, the Pythia or Pythonus was the oracle of the goddess, and over time was transformed into the oracle of Apollo. But they remained the guardian of the serpentine way. It may be time to walk a labyrinth, to forgo the linear dualistic view of the world, and to begin to live in a more feminine, organic, undulating way. This is a wonderful time to learn ritual dance, to explore what skin it is you must shed, to observe the rites of ancient cultures, and to acknowledge that you too are one of the people of the serpent. This is a good and sacred thing, as these people are ancient and wise ones who are bringing back serpentine wisdom, so we can bridge the gap between the deep earth and the highest of heavens again. You are also able to communicate with the dead, a talent of the very wise, and some say the very brave. Please explore this talent if this card comes forth, as an ancestor is willing to share great knowledge with you. With this knowledge, you will be free and will generate the ancient secrets kept hidden too long. You are strong enough, worthy enough. So wow, for some of you, you have some major psychic abilities here. Even, the ability to communicate with the dead. I think in your charms, I even pulled one that is referencing an ancestor. So you have an ancestor, and look at that. That's kind of like the pattern of the snake skin. You guys definitely need to connect with this kind of energy. The Phoenix is all about regeneration, your health, and even the snake was kind of talking about shedding old skin. Maybe working with your body, working through dance is going to be a very good thing for you guys in this week. So that is everything I'm seeing here in your cards for this week. If this reading resonated with you, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And I will see you guys in all right, for all of you who picked pile 3, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. I'm actually going to start by seeing what I pick up intuitively off this image, if you guys were attracted to this. I'm definitely, this is definitely making me think of like crisp, cool air, the autumn air. I feel like a lot of serenity from this particular is the energy that I'm getting. But also, I sit on the future, looking for a new opportunity, something, I'm getting this message for pretty much all the piles, something unexpected in this week, but it's like a golden opportunity for you guys. Let's go ahead and also pull your 3 overall tarot cards for this week of November 11th to the 17th. What do you guys need to know for this particular week? Okay, what does I feel like there's just one more card for you guys. Let's see. What does group 3 need to know for this particular week? What do they need to know? And there we go. All right. And we will go ahead and also pull your charms now. Let's see. What does group 3 need to know for the week of November 11th to the 17th. What do they need to know? Okay. And so we have the message of, in the beginning is you, in the middle is you, and in the end is you. Happiness is actually an art of living, which is in us. And we have the message of, lift people up to their potential and higher self. I feel like being a light worker. With this particular shell, I feel like coming to completion, you know, finally merging and healing maybe your shadow self in this week. Working more on that. I feel like a lot of warmth, again, comfort. I feel like some information, possibly like the final pieces, something, knowledge from a past life or communication from your ancestors, information along those lines is coming through. The mystical arts, touching more into your divine spirituality, especially with something like this. This is always, I take this as like the Ace of Wand energy. This is spirituality. This is your creativity. It is inspiration and the energy of just do it. Put that fire to good use. See things. See beyond appearances of things. There's so much for you to see. Protection. You are protected. Feeling achieved in something, you know, have faith, keep having faith. A lot of gentleness. I feel like a lot of healing. Again, getting in touch with your inner child, finally merging all these different aspects. We also have Leo energy here with generous. So maybe you are a Leo, again, a lot of fire energy, or maybe the Leo is prominent somewhere in your natal chart, or you're dealing with a Leo. We also have the message of best friends forever. So maybe communication from a long lost friend, spending more time with friends, or just the cycles of community. Having a lot of pride in this week. I feel like unexpected gifts, you know, time is of the essence. Be aware of how you use your time. Everything happens in divine timing for you guys. Something important's happening in this week. So let's also go ahead and also look at your cards. So we have the Ten of Wands. A lot of the same energy is coming up. We have the Magician. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Two. Are you kidding me right now? Everybody keeps getting a lot of the same energy for this week. One way or another. That is wild. Again, I kept talking about how partnership, that's a collective energy for this week. And it's coming up so much. Again, Ten of Wands. Putting an ending to taking on too much responsibility to things that are no longer serving you, releasing the burden, realizing you are the magician, you have everything, putting in point action, finally, you know, manifesting your dreams. So be very aware of the kind of things you're thinking about. Three of Pentacles and Two of Cups, dealing with a lot of people, dealing with partnerships, building something, spending more time on your craft, what it is you want to create and build. Especially with another person. With the Two of Cups, again, this could be referencing friendship, or this is a new love interest, or a current love relationship is deepening. You're building something together. Love at first sight, union, balance coming through hardcore here. So let's go ahead and also pull those additional cards for you guys for this week. Let's see, what does group 3 need to know? I don't know. I'm getting really like joyous energy here. Like really, oh boy. I think we need a little less messages right there. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at that. Ooh, you guys. I'm getting major love vibes off this group right now. Oh, it's so interesting. Everybody's dealing with this Four of Cups energy in this week. Some unexpected opportunities, messages are coming through. Oh, and we have the Four of Swords coming up again. Wow. So many of the same messages. It's fascinating stuff, guys. Woo. Oh, wow. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I feel like just one more, whatever that one is. Okay. So let's talk about this. So we have the Novice of Wands, which is basically the Knight of Wands. So yes, somebody coming in very fiery, possibly a Leo, the Ace of Wands. Have faith. You know, this could be a new love interest. This is somebody who is foreign to you or has traveled a long distance. and they're just full of passion and excitement, I feel like, and they're going to make you really excited. They're going to really be inspiring. And so it's really important that you break down your barriers with this person. You're not defensive. You accept their help. And again, not you being maybe too much of like a workaholic, taking on all the responsibility. Like, this person really wants to help you. And so allow them to support you and lift you up, because you're going to be able to achieve so much more than you could alone, I feel like. We also have the Death card here. So again, transformation, releasing of old ways, changing your patterns, taking off the blindfold and realizing how much more you could, again, achieve with help. That's just the message I'm getting here. We have the Elder of Swords, so the King of Swords, somebody who is very wise, somebody who's very knowledgeable, very good with their words. They'll be able to convince you, and I feel like this is somebody you're going to want to build something with, a partner, whether romantic or otherwise. Six of Swords, moving away from what is no longer serving you. And again, you're doing it with this particular person. Four of Cups, again, you're seeing a new opportunity. Six of Pentacles, charity, somebody really supporting your ideas, what it is you want to build. Two of Pentacles, didn't I say something about a lot of like union, harmony, balance? You keep balancing. Balance the work and the play. Balance the load that you have to endure. Eight of Wands, return of, things that you applied for. Communication coming in fast. Communication from your guides. And finally, the Four of Swords. 4 might be a significant number here. Making sure you're getting adequate rest. Pay attention to your dreams. There's a lot of messages coming through here. Rest before the battle. Interesting. Let's go ahead and also start looking at your oracle cards for this week. And so we have, oh boy. So we have, oh my God, are you kidding me? This one is all about balance too. And we have card 29. So let's go ahead and talk about both of these more in depth, starting with the 29. And so what this card is talking about has to do with clear sight, poetry, erotic energy. Oh boy, we have a lot of that coming up for you. Again, I feel like a lot of this group has to do with romance. Laughter, not getting into serious mischief. So when, let's see if I can pronounce this, Tom turns up in a reading, his presence suggests that youthful spirits and energy abound. This is the time to do exciting things and to tackle projects you've been wanting to do, but for which you perhaps felt you didn't have the time or energy to. Exactly, because you were too focused on something else. It may even be time to write about them, but you probably need to do them first. Taom often shows up in readings for people who have a talent and inclination for writing. Okay, so you guys are definitely, if you have a desire to do some sort of writing, to write a book, write poetry, write songs, it's time for you to do that. Poetry, adventure, fantasy, or anything else. Possibly the only thing he ever gets very serious about is his writing, and he will spend all the time he needs searching for just the right word. Speaking and writing will with conviction and sincerity, and the ability to persuade others are indicated by Taom's presence, along with an outpouring of ideas. You may also find yourself thinking about romance and deciding that you want more of it in your life. This doesn't necessarily mean looking for someone new. It might well involve putting some romantic fizz into a relationship that has become overly routine. So whether you're in a relationship or not, this is a message to spice things up again. And again, I'm getting a lot of that anyway. Time for reconnection for some of you. Get freaky, get wild, get adventurous again. And so we have this card, which is the undressing of a salad, which is talking about balance, avoiding extremes, achieving the impossible, being impossible. Things are in motion and the outcome is impossible to predict. A cool head is required to deal with this, as is a readiness to jump in whatever direction seems appropriate. Exercise cool judgment while staying ready for the unpredictable. Sudden changes of fortune may appear good or bad, but they are in flux and can be rechanneled if necessary. Develop poise, stay calm. You can come out a winner here, but it is likely to take concentrated effort. Use power with delicacy and discretion. So again, that message is coming up a lot for you. And again, I was relating a lot of these two cards to like the King of Swords here and the Knight of Wands. You know, somebody who is cool, collected, very good with their words, might be very much involved in writing or speaking of some sort, but also being passionate, being excited, having that youthful flair about them. And what's so crazy, the next card that I have here is the one I pulled for you guys in regards to this particular full moon and what you should work on. And again, this was talking about, you know, erotic, you know, energy, obviously spicing things up, romance. This was talking about, you know, avoiding extremes. And literally one of the cards I pulled here is the hot moon with extremes. And we have new moon with beginnings. So obviously this moon cycle from the full moon to the new moon is going to be very important for you guys. So keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and talk about actually this new moon. So you are offered a fresh start. Your journey is beginning. Take the first steps towards something new. It's time to place emphasis on your health and well-being. Again, that's an important message for everybody this week. So the companion crystal here is Celestine. And now, of course, we have the hot moon. Let's see. The hot moon occurs in June. So this might be something, whatever you're starting, it might come to fruition. You might see it pop up again in June. But let's get more specific with this message here. So learn how to handle crises with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. There are better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way. This too shall pass. So the companion stone here is Sunstone. You know, the hot moon challenges us to build our resilience and reserves of wisdom and calm for those times where things are at their extreme. It reminds us that developing grace under pressure is worth its weight in gold, and that even these extremes in time will pass. Again, that's totally reiterating this message here. That is wild. I also just feel like for some of you, you know, possibly a new relationship that you get involved in is going to be very hot and passionate, and it could, you know, potentially unbalance you because you're kind of so invested in it that everything else falls apart. But, you know, again, it's a message of kind of you can still enjoy that, I feel like, but just avoid the extreme of it. So the next cards we have here, look at all this red, a lot of passion. Again, sing even if your heart is breaking. I've never pulled this card before. Oh, again, I feel like that resonates with some of you are like songwriters. We also have a comforting presence is on its way. And we have maintain compassion under pressure. Look at that. That's coming up again for you guys. You might be dealing with some pressure or some extremes in this week, but it's all in how you handle it. Handle it with grace. And so let's go ahead and talk about this particular card. So with this under pressure card, you know, slander cannot touch your essence and is usually based on jealousy. Ignore it and transmute the negative energy through compassion. And so I'm going to actually read this particular one. Slander and malaligned through the ages. Mary Magdalene's energy radiates compassion and love. She holds the white alabaster jar that contained the spikenard to anoint her beloved. Knowledge of Mary Magdalene is finally being retrieved as more fragments and artifacts are discovered to validate her role as disciple and wife. The patriarchy has denied her mysteries of knowledge and wisdom, but they do not have the last word. What has been hidden is coming to light. When I painted her, it was as though the painting painted itself, and she came alive. She is here to assist in the great awakening and spiritual renaissance that is taking place with the turn of the divine feminine principles. This will be the saving grace for our world as we incorporate these energies and remember more of who we really are. The outer world will change to reflect those values. And so next up, we have card 43, with its message of sing even if your heart is breaking. So lack of communication can lead to discord. Talk to the people involved and use your meditation skills to head off the downward spiral before it gains too much momentum. So the cauldron of immortality was not the answer. Bran and Bronwyn were good gods of music and song. They seemed to be giants or titans on the earth, while their half-brothers may have had mixed genetics, causing some of the very human events in this tragic tale. Bran was a peacemaker and used diplomacy when he could, but it was casting pearls before swine. Eventually, the brother and sister were caught up in the actions of others. Even titans can be brought down. So again, this is a message in this week to really try to stay out of dramas. Again, stay out of the extremes. And finally, we have, the unicorn visions here with a comforting presence is on its way. It's not childish to want to be consoled and nurtured. Eating comfort foods might be what your body wants right now to fend off illness, or perhaps you just need to curl up in a warm blanket and unwind. Your well-being is important. The unicorn is a reminder to look for the magic in your life. Visualize a world of enchantment not bound by the three-dimensional limitations of the mundane world. The unicorn is galloping out of the fairy mound with a host of fey creatures to delight you. Remember to have imagination as you create your reality. New concepts and ideas don't have to fit the current paradigm. Like children, the unicorn represents purity and grace. And so next up, we have the cards. Oh, wow. We have the cards of vulnerability. That totally, I feel, lines up with this. And we have open your heart. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this image. It's so passionate. I'm telling you guys, something passionate is happening for you guys in this week for a lot of you, and I'm digging it. And then we have inner truths. So wow, let's go ahead and dive into this. I just want to go straight to this open your heart message. So it's talking about the truth of our world, nature, and environment is love. This is eternal love that makes no demands, has no expectation, and does not place limits or conditions on us. There's an opportunity for each and every person to experience love at its deepest level. If they are willing to be open, love can and will flow into your heart, but only if you allow it. It will change your perception, nurture, and hold you, and even give you the strength to endure hardship. Take a moment, open your heart, and allow love to bring you joy, serenity, renewed energy, passion, and total unrelenting happiness. And in order to do that, you guys need to be vulnerable. You have to let that vulnerable side show. You may feel like you shouldn't withdraw. This is an opportunity to wait and regroup. You're in need of some rest and relaxation. You might even be feeling overwhelmed. Take some much needed downtime. Take in your surroundings. Notice the season and the changes that are taking place out in nature. Things are continually evolving. Think about the clouds you see in the sky. They are constantly moving, changing, and reshaping themselves. Allow yourself to connect with Mother Earth and nature in a deeper way. Allow your rhythm with the heartbeat of the earth and slow your thoughts and emotions down. Trust that everything will work out. The signs that things work themselves out are all around you. Take notice. And finally, we have card 16 here with inner truths. There's a lot of depth to your feelings. You are on your way to understanding your feelings and desires more clearly. The next steps on your path will soon reveal themselves. Stay vigilant to new opportunities that may lead you to the beginning of novel projects or assist you with current ventures. Look around you and within you. Be willing to do the work at the deepest level, as you will find jewels of wisdom, knowledge, and the inner voice, all waiting patiently to assist you. Nature's crystals are created deep within the earth. Go deep and find your own treasures. Whenever I see this particular card, it always makes me think of writers for some reason and storytelling, because it's just like, I guess I kind of relate to this image of feeling like there's all these different possibilities, all these different stories within to tell. So whether you're an artist or any kind of creator, if you have a multitude of stories or poems or songs sitting within you, these are all multiple different worlds that you can walk into and explore. And so you should. It's your inner truth. And finally, the last card we have here for you guys in this reading today is your imaginary friend. Childhood treasures resurface. Oh, it's just so reiterating itself. So this is card 15, and let's see what it has to say specifically. A childhood friend from long ago returns. She knows your history. Surround yourself with the comforts of childhood. Others may look at your reclaimed treasures and say, "What is that old thing?" Do not trouble yourself. The truth is, they too have an old thing that may seem obsolete and sentimental to another. If they have become so distant from their treasures, time will bring them back to understanding and recognizing their value once again, or not. It's not your concern whether others understand. Keep only your treasures close. You may remember the imaginary friend you had earlier in your childhood. What fun you both had, what mischief, and what comfort she was when no one else understood anything at all about you. With her, you were never alone. She reappears now to remind you of the treasures of the past and to help you bring those treasures back to life right now. You may be about to see people from your past, visit an old family home, head to a reunion, or have an unexpected encounter with something that brings back a very strong memory. It's worth noticing because it will enrich you and make you feel very loved and appreciated. Oh, that's a sweet message. I really like that. And so that is, I think, everything I'm seeing here in your cards. If this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below what you thought about it, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.